Money Day people, hope we're all doing great on this Sunday. Bringing you another outlook for the week ahead. Okay, before we get into it, of course, if you haven't, please go over to our website and check out how you can get started on your trading journey with us. Okay, you can contact us and make an inquiry, have a browse of what it is we have to offer in terms of packages and things of that nature. And yeah, start your journey with us. So if you are interested in doing it, seeing at the end of the year the right way, head over to litcapital.co.uk. Now, before we get into the charts, we're going to check the economic calendar for the week ahead, see what news releases are coming out that could potentially impact the markets, of course, and things that we're looking to trade. So going into Monday, there's nothing really outstanding in terms of high impact data or data in general that kind of we need to be paying attention to. So we'll have to kind of let the markets play out from a technical perspective as only, the markets may just be lining up on the Monday anyway, as we normally see them do. Going into Tuesday, got a speech from Governor Lowe for coming out of the RBA. So those that are trading Aussie pairs, definitely be on the lookout for that. We have retail sales from the CAD, of course. And then later on in the evening, we have some PMI data for the Aussie as well. Those are the things that stand out. We've got a couple speeches from Federal Reserve, but not Chairman Powell. Okay, so let's see what that is about. Wednesday, we got interest rate decision from the New Zealand dollar for those that trade the Kiwi. See how that does. It will be in the early hours of the morning, of course. Then later going into the London session on Wednesday, we got a speech coming out of the ECB as well as PMI data for the euro as well. So definitely going to be on the lookout for that. After that, we also have PMI data for the pound, those trading those pairs, of course. And then going into the afternoon, we have jobless claims, PMI data. So a lot of impact data for the dollar in the afternoon of Wednesday. And then later on into the evening time, we have FOMC meeting minutes as well. So see what the Fed are going to say for themselves. That could definitely impact the market with comments that are being made, of course. Thursday, again, nothing truly standing out. You got a speech from the ECB, middle of London session, retail sales for the Kiwi as well. That's about it. And then to end off the week, you got consumer confidence coming out of Germany, as well as another speech from the ECB. So there's a few speeches from the ECB, to be fair, that we got to kind of look forward to and see what happens with. So as we go over to the charts, if we start with indices, and we can kind of see what has kind of transpired here. So where we've had the S&P play into this area, we have had a push off the fib retracement 79%, but we are still holding. So what that could mean is we could actually get a push further up, in my opinion. Just looking at what the chart is doing and stuff like that, we're not looking like we're breaking down heavily in that regard, or even want to come lower either. So we could potentially look to push up further and potentially take out liquidity on some of these daily highs, of course. If we do start to break down and the chart kind of shows us that, it's not really looking like we're trying to retrace. It looks like it was just a dip to potentially play into this block here. So it could we could get another push up and then look to see what forms after that. Looking at US30 as well, is kind of a similar picture in that regard. So where we had this candle here, we kind of tapped into it, and then we are looking to potentially push up. That's kind of what I see, because where we played into this level previously, which is a weekly area, we wanted to see price break down a bit more so than we did. And looking at the candles here, it's not really giving us that. So as we played into this, I do think potentially we could come back into this area here, potentially above this high. And then obviously we do have some imbalance remaining from here as well. So it could want to close some of that and play out of this weekly swing as well. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it in that regard. We just have to wait and see. S&P, something similar. I mean, not S&P, excuse me, the Nasdaq, something similar to what the S&P is showing, but again, not really getting that breakdown. So I do believe we may actually push higher off the back of that. If we do get a retracement, it will probably potentially be to then push up higher, because I don't see the breakdown from the price action at the moment showing us that we are definitely trying to retrace lower. So as the market opens up, we'll have to come back to it to kind of look at what exactly is unfolding and then take it from there. So going into the dollar, we are currently holding this area pretty well. I do think this area we can get a push up from. So it is taking its time in that regard. We are just kind of consolidating and ranging, but for me, it just looks like an accumulation to potentially go higher. So that is kind of what I would see with that. If that does happen, of course, those that are trading at the majors, we can kind of see a retracement lower for those. So GBPUSD, kind of in this range at the moment for sure. All Friday, we didn't really get any type of move away from this level. So going off of the daily as well, where we've played into here, we do have potential if the dollar wants to push up out of that weekly level. I do think we can kind of come into this area here, feel this imbalance and play into that candle. That is kind of what I'm looking for if we do get a push up on the dollar. So where we're kind of holding this area as well pretty well. I just want to see how we react once the markets are open and see if we can kind of get a better price action, because it's not really anything to write home about in that regard. We're very, very choppy. Didn't do nothing the whole of the Friday afternoon. So after seeing this going into the opening and stuff later on today, we just want to look to see if we can see any patterns form that could kind of give us the indication whether we want to continue higher or we do actually want to start breaking down lower. So that is kind of where it is at the moment, guys. Got to keep a heavy eye on the dollar to see if we are going to get a push up from that area. So those are the pairs that I got at the moment that I'm going to go through and keep an eye on heading into the new week. So we are in the third week in November. We don't have that much fundamentals. There is FOMC. That's probably the biggest one to kind of look out for. And then a lot of PMI and manufacturing stuff too. But with that being said, guys, obviously keep an eye on the pairs discussed, the things that we have discussed as well. Once the pictures start to get clearer, we'll be putting those in the Discord. For those that are in the Discord, of course, just check out the chart section. If you do want access to the Discord, okay, for a monthly subscription fee of £25, head over to our website now to make an inquiry, guys. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe as usual. And remember, every day is money day. Peace.